Honestly, I was so mentally like tapped in and competitive. It just came out of nowhere. I don't
Georgia, I
Mm.
think one of the most impressive things about this show was your competitive side. Not to say that I didn't see it coming, it blew me away. Did you like come into the show with like this massive chip on your shoulder saying I've got to go in here and dominate?
Honestly, I was kind of like talking myself up before I went in, but I was expecting to like crash and burn in this show. I didn't think I was gonna do good at anything. I thought I was just gonna like, you know, have delusional confidence and walk in there and be like, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, and then like maybe fluke some stuff. But I feel like honestly, I was so mentally like tapped in and competitive. It just came out of nowhere. I don't know if that's like an Australian thing or not, but like we are very competitive people. So I feel like I did my country proud.
You did, you killed it. The
Thank you.
Chase, you come in halfway during the show, you walk in, you kind of take over, you win that tug of war. How did it feel to kind of make that first impression?
Yeah, going into it, like I didn't really have a whole lot of idea of what was happening. They just told me, like, listen, we're gonna put you in a really tough situation. We're gonna put you on the worst team. They've lost every challenge, and yeah, there's gonna be some people you might recognize a couple faces. I'm like, oh, great. Going in there, I had to set the standard right off the rip. It wouldn't have made sense to the tug of war is a game of three, and part of me was like, maybe I should make this close, make it dramatic, but I really wanted to just set the precedent right off the rip, like, listen, we're changing this whole dynamic, we're winning every challenge. And luckily, by winning that, I got to have my first pick, Georgia, come. And she's been in the camp since the first day, so I knew that she was going to have a really good idea of what was going on, so she really helped me filter the rest of the camp.
Yeah, Georgia, to you, from the beginning, we see you form this bond with Lorenzo that carried you kind of both throughout the entirety of the show. Talk to me about forming that bond and what kind of connected you two.
Honestly, it was so special. I feel like the moment I met Lorenzo, I was like, we are gonna be best friends. Like we were meant to meet. I was so glad he was on my team. There were so many moments that I wouldn't have been able to get through if it wasn't for Lorenzo. And I feel like he felt the same with me as well. We cried on each other's shoulders. We celebrated our small wins. We like hoped and prayed that we wouldn't get sent home if our names were on the wheel. There was just like I couldn't like I'm so glad I had him to share that experience with because he made that so much easier for me. And that's, yeah, he's everything. I love him.
Yeah, Chase, to you, you led the charge in getting Trey out the door, which I was like almost wanted to stand up in the middle of my living room and cheer when that happened. How did that feel?
Man, man, it was a good feeling because, to be fair, I told Trey, I was like, we accept you into this team, we accept you into our brotherhood. And I gave him a very fair warning. I said, buddy, if you cross with us again, that's it for you. And I think it was really down to, I had a conversations with Georgia and Lorenzo, and we all were saying like this is like our last chance because if we don't do it now, then he's gonna be a finalist in the show. And we can't what he's done in here is kind of like unforgivable, and he's continued to do it. So it was one of those moments where, I'm a little bit panicking because it could have went south and it could have landed on me and I would have been out of there. But at least I would have went out swinging and I could have, I could die on that hill. So it was definitely one of those moments where I was like, I really wanted to, because he comes from Squid Games. I wanted to say, player 4, 5, 6 eliminated.
For
Oh my
sure.
God.
Final question. All right. So, who from the shows that you've been on would you like to see on Battle Camp season two? Georgia, first to you.
Oh, that's a hard one. Probably like my exes, I would say Harry. Get Harry on there. I'd love to see what he would do. I feel like I'd do better than him. So I'd just love to like compare the experiences and just prove to myself that I'm more of a battle camper than he is.
I would put. I think Izzy would be really good. She's an athlete. I think.
Yep.
I would love to see Holly go on there because she's so bougie. I
Yes.
don't think she'd do good in camp. I think Shane from Love Is Blind and Bartice would be amazing. Will from The Mole, oh, would be great. Calvin from The
Oh,
Circle.
wait.
Mitchell from The Circle.
I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. These are all great, especially Izzy. Izzy would be so good in battle camp.